Over the last decade, we've seen tremendous Super Bowl matchups. Some have lived up to the hype, some have not. Which ones are the best? What's the best Super Bowl game in the last decade? Let's talk about it. Welcome to Critical Condition. My name is Joe and I love to talk about sports way too much. With that being said, feel free to join me in the comment section down below and give me your thoughts on today's video. So, over the last decade, we've seen plenty of Super Bowl matchups come to fruition. Some have lived up to the hype, some not so much. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to give you my rankings on the top 7 Super Bowl games over the past decade from worst to best. Real quick before I start, I just want to go ahead and remind everybody that this is just my opinion. My opinion may not be the right one, but I want to hear yours, and just go ahead and comment your favorite Super Bowl matchup. Give me your list, and let's have a good friendly discussion about this. So let's get started. Coming in at number 7, I actually have Super Bowl 50 as the game ranked at 7 in this list. So it's a matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Carolina Panthers. Now this one had plenty of storyline just because of the fact that, you know, the Carolina Panthers, not a lot of people really expected much from them in this season, just because of the fact that, you know, they lost their best receiver from that season, and nobody really thought, you know, Cam could lead this team. I mean, they really didn't have any solid weapons from that season. Obviously, the Panthers went out to prove everybody wrong. They went on a huge run. They were 15-1 in the regular season, and they went up against the Denver Broncos, and a team that, you know, they were led by defense, and this was really Peyton's down year and the absolute decline, just because of the fact that, you know, it was a rough season for him. You know, he threw 9 touchdowns to 16 interceptions, and the fact that he was actually sidelined and was benched for Brock Osweiler. Now, this story had a great ending for Peyton, even though it was so rough, because in around week 15, the Broncos put him in place over the struggling Brock Osweiler, and Peyton went on a magical playoff run, defeating Tom Brady, and was truly probably the most entertaining game out of the final 3 games when you look at an AFC title game, NFC title game, and the Super Bowl, because this game really, it just didn't add a lot. It was intriguing, but to me, this game really wasn't that good. Great ending, though, to Peyton's career, as he was able to hold the Lombardi Trophy one last time. Coming in at number 6, I actually have the New York Giants defeating the New England Patriots in Super Bowl 46. The Giants defeated the Patriots 21-17. And to me, you know, this game, not a lot of people expected much from the Giants. Again, they were the number 4 seed entering this game. They were 9-7. Nobody truly really believed what they could do. The Patriots entering this game were the number 1 seed. They were 13-3, even though they lost actually the previous matchup in the regular season. You know, the Patriots were heavily favored by the Giants, and unfortunately, you know, for the Patriots, Eli came back again and not only defeated them, but he defeated them in a very embarrassing fashion, in my opinion. But this one really hurt more because of the fact that Eli had already completed 2 clutch passes. In a previous Super Bowl, Eli threw in a David Tyree, and then they busted out another highlight from Eli to Mario Manningham that really kind of sealed the Patriots' fate. It hurts twice as much just because Eli previously, again, had defeated him in a previous Super Bowl to end the Patriots' undefeated season. Eli will forever have beaten the GOAT twice when it mattered the most. Coming in at number 5, I actually have the Green Bay Packers defeating the Steelers in Super Bowl 45. The Packers won this game 31-25. Now, the way this game started, you know, the Packers, again, another underdog story. No one really expected much from them. They really had a rough regular season. They finished off 10-6. They were going in as the 6th seed, going in up against a Steelers team that was 12-4. They were the number 2 seed. I got a big break because the Patriots had lost that season to the New York Jets in the divisional rounds. Again, Big Ben was on his way. Had already won 2 Super Bowls. He'd already been in the big dance. This was Rodgers' first one. And the Packers got off to a great start. You know, they were up 21-0. The Steelers were able to make it a game, and ultimately at the very end of it, Roethlisberger had a chance to lead one more comeback drive down 31-25. Unfortunately, the Packers were able to stop him, and Aaron Rodgers got the monkey off his back, getting his first and only Super Bowl championship. Coming at number 4, I actually have the Philadelphia Eagles defeating the New England Patriots back in Super Bowl 52. The Eagles won this game 41-33. Now, the way this season started for the Eagles, a lot of people expecting great things from them. Obviously, in week 13, Carson Wentz went down, which was a starter. He was in an MVP conversation, and, you know, he went down. And Nick Foles comes in. It was a feel-good story for Nick Foles. He had wanted to quit football a couple years back, and he came in, was able to lead to the Eagles to the Super Bowl. They were going up against Tom Brady, who, you know, and the Patriots, who were coming off hot. They had just previously won another Super Bowl that I'll be talking about later on in this video. And what we got for this matchup, it didn't seem like a sexy pick, Brady versus Foles, but we got a huge shootout. Obviously, we saw the Philly special, which a lot of people think that was, a dagger to the Patriots as the first half ended. Tom Brady, though, was just putting on a clinic. So did Nick Foles. Unfortunately for the Patriots that season, this game ended on a Brady fumble, and Nick Foles will forever be known as Super Bowl hero and the MVP of the Super Bowl. It was a great story for him. It was a crowning moment. He deserves it. He was able to beat the GOAT, again, on the grandest stage of them all. So, coming in number 3, I actually have Super Bowl 54, in which the Kansas City Chiefs defeated the San Francisco 49ers. Patrick Mahomes didn't look like Patrick Mahomes for the first 3 quarters. Going into the fourth quarter, the 49ers were up 20-10, and then Patrick Mahomes just did Patrick Mahomes things, and took over. The Chiefs went on to score on 3 consecutive drives. Jimmy Garoppolo, unfortunately, has the biggest highlight of the game when he missed Emmanuel Sanders on a deep ball that Patrick Mahomes had his crowning moment. Enough good things can be said about him. They took home the MVP and solidified not only his legacy, but he helped Andy Reid get his first and only Super Bowl championship. Coming in at number 2, I actually have the Patriots versus the Falcons. Now, this game was very interesting just because of the fact that, this game was touted by heavy offense. Matt Ryan was the MVP. Tom Brady went through some drama earlier that year, suspended for the first 4 games, and then he came back. Obviously, this game didn't start off too great if you're a Pats fan. The Patriots were down 21-3 after the Brady threw that pick 6. It looked like it could have been the dagger. Then they come back from the half. Not only do they go down 28-3, but when the Patriots scored on the next drive, a touchdown, Steven Gostkowski missed a point after. After that, though, what happened was possibly the greatest comeback, if not actually the greatest comeback in Super Bowl history. The Patriots not only came back, down 16 points, they got 2 touchdowns with 2 two-point conversions, and they were actually able to send the game to overtime. First time in 51 years that a Super Bowl game has actually gone into overtime. And once we knew that the Patriots got the ball back, we essentially knew that this game was going to be over. The Patriots were able to win this game 34-28 in the one and only game that the Super Bowl has ever gone to overtime. And now coming in number 1, to me, Super Bowl 49, Patriots defeating the Seattle Seahawks 28-24. This was a very, very good game in my opinion. To me, at halftime the score was 14-14. Brady had led a 2-minute drill to take lead by the touchdown, and then only to see Russell Wilson do Russell Wilson things and lead his team down the field within under 40 seconds. Throw a touchdown to tie the game up. Then after that, Seattle was up 28-14 in the fourth quarter. Brady was able to lead this team to 2 touchdown drives, and at the very end, the inexcusable happens. Russell Wilson is driving down the field, and instead of Pete Carroll calling the play to hand the ball off to Marshawn Lynch, Pete Carroll calls in for a Russell Wilson pass that gets intercepted by Malcolm Butler, who was an undrafted free agent, a rookie free agent, nonetheless, for that season. And Malcolm Butler seals what was a Patriots' first championship in the last 10 years. It had been 10 years since New England has won a championship. So there you have it, folks. Thanks for listening. If you agree or disagree with my list, let me know in the comment section down below. Tell me what's your favorite game or your number 1 game of the last decade. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave it a like. And if you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. I'll catch you later, guys. Goodbye.